Hello, Joseph McDonald here. I just want to talk about the title of my business, Love Profit Consulting, a little bit. I break this down further on my website in different sections, but I just wanted to start off by saying a little bit about why I decided to go with Love Profit Consulting. As a consultant who's been working in the industry for 3 years, I've learned a lot. I've learned that consultants can provide value and charge huge amounts of money. And that's through the dedication to the goal, the end game. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to save? What are we trying to produce? If I can come into a conversation with you and save you thousands of dollars in 1 hour, well, hypothetically, I could charge you thousands of dollars for that 1 hour. I don't have that kind of greed to take advantage of people. What I have a greed for is helping people, making the world a better place. And so when I designed my business name, I needed love to be essential. I needed love to be first and foremost because it is the guiding principle of how I interact with the public. I want to give you love. Even if you give me ignorance or hate, I still want to give you love because eventually you will learn that love is a much finer thing to be trading in than ignorance or hate. And therefore, let's bring it into business. Let's bring it into everything we do. And what if a government platform was love as the number one factor? Well, maybe there wouldn't be so much greed and hate. But I mean, that's in the future. We're going to find out because love is the foundation of this business, and it's the foundation of a lot of the different initiatives that I'm involved in, including non-for-profits. And so with love as the forefront of your future, what better could there be? What would you rather at the forefront of your future? So this is why I started with love. Love, fundamental. And within the support local movement, there's the love movement. You want to invest in people that are going to invest in your community, into the wellness of your understanding of the future. So don't invest in faceless, unethical, constantly in court brands. Invest in brands that you love and trust, your neighbor's brand. Invest in local, organic, loving businesses. That's why I went with love. Moving on to profit. Profit, my understanding, it's a lot deeper than just what it means on the balance sheet. Profit is growth in a business sense. It is an abundance of revenue beyond your expenses. It is a growth. Well, what if we brought that same understanding into everything else that we do as well? What if we were talking about getting physical health? What if we were talking about gaining community relations? What if we were talking about international cooperation? All of these things are things that I think about when I think about profit. I think about maximizing the good and minimizing the bad. I think about using efficiency to make things faster, more easy to access, easier to teach, easier to learn, easier to grow. When I think about profit, I think about the best that is possible, the highest potential. How much profit are you looking for? How much are you looking to grow? How quickly, how efficiently do you plan to do that? We can look into the numbers. We can go into the cost accounting. We can go into anything. But at the fundamental portion of growth of the love that I previously mentioned is profit. People are looking at them like love, profit. They've never even been in the same sentence. I'm like, let's do it. Let's show the world that these two things don't have to be separate. We can support a business. We can support governments that produce love, that support love. We don't need all this hate. We don't need ignorance, and we definitely don't need corruption. So, but we do. We definitely still need some level of growth, efficiency, something to strive to and for. And I think by identifying profit as a fundamental part of your goal for a business, well, guess what? You're well on your way to being able to realize that goal. Finally, I want to talk briefly about consulting as a fundamental component of the title Love Profit Consulting. Consulting is very misunderstood by the general population in that people don't understand why they're so valuable. I could get a guitar teacher, hypothetically, and they could charge me, $40 for an hour, and I could learn how to play guitar over a period of time. And we would see that expense, and we would see how much I've grown, and we could compare those two numbers. But what's different with a consultant rather than a teacher? A consultant is not going to come in and teach you all these things. A consultant's going to come in and open all the doors to potential. They're going to say, did you think about this? Did you look at this? Do you know about this? Have you thought about this? Basically, if you're just isolated in your perspective, a consultant comes in and just blows your mind open with all these different ideas, possibilities, and circumstance that were not yet available to you. And as I mentioned prior, when you look at a problem and you solve it by X amount, you can charge X amount. Now, I'm too nice to do that. I don't have enough greed to monetarily charge people the same amount as the solution I provide. So we look at a problem and I could save you $100,000 and it only took me an hour to make that. Hypothetically, I can give you $100,000 of value for $100. That's what consulting is all about. Consulting is about broadening the minds of individuals and giving them empowerment, giving them proactive potential to solve more and more problems. I will get as intimate with a problem as you want me to get. But at the end of the day, a consultant doesn't make decisions for you. A consultant can only advise and point. At the end of the day, decision is still the owner's. And this is why a consultant is great. It's like getting a CEO without paying for a CEO. It's like getting a CEO without needing someone to take the reins. I think you can do anything. I think you could be an astronaut or a millionaire or a billionaire. You could be Prime Minister of Canada. You can do anything. But only after you've looked at all your options, weighed all your options, experienced as much of the unknown in your quest as possible. And a consultant, that's how I'd recommend you do it. Get a consultant, empower yourself, grow your equity, grow your worth, and let's all grow together with love. I appreciate you listening to my words about Love Profit Consulting and the name, and I hope you consider utilizing my services, because it would be an honor and a privilege. Thank you.